Hey YouTube, this is Ultimate How To. I'm going to make a video on how to clean and field strip, or I should say field strip and clean the SR-22 Ruger 22 caliber handgun, a little plinker gun. I just got done making the video for cleaning the Glock Gen 4 23, and I figured while all my stuff is out, I'll go ahead and clean the SR-22. So just to go over some basic stuff. You need some sort of terry cloth or like t-shirt material cloth for a cleaner to wipe things down. This is my dirty one because you're going to be cleaning dirt anyway. You don't need anything super clean. This is a clean one for after, just for a final rub down. Here's some Winchester break-free powder blast. Picked this up at Walmart, pretty cheap. I'm going to use this to break up some of the powder to clean it. This is some Rem oil. This is also a cleaner, but I use this more for the lube afterwards. This helps to keep everything sliding nicely. This is a Real Avid pistol cleaning kit. I got the 22 caliber brush out, and we'll use that. My hand's a little bit dirty from cleaning the Glock. And this is the bore snake to basically use to clean the gun. So first, we're going to start off by making sure it's empty. Magazine's out. Nothing chambered inside, and we're good. So now we're going to field strip the Ruger SR-22. Do that by pulling down on this lever here, just like that. Bring it back. It pops right up there, and then just pull it forward, just like that. That's the only piece there. The barrel on this is attached to the rest of the gun, so really it's only a couple parts. The spring and the rod can come off, but mine's stuck in there, and you know what? It's fine. I'll just leave it there. This is pretty dirty. I put about 1,000 rounds through it the other day, so it does need a good cleaning, as you can see there. So first off, we're going to start just by wiping off whatever we can wipe off without putting anything on any sprays on. Clean it good, and that's why it's, you might as well have something dirty. You don't need a clean towel every single time. It doesn't make any sense. And if you have a brush, nylon or metal, you can brush some of that stuff right off with that. But we're going to go ahead and spray some of this in here. Let that soak. Get it all over the dirty parts here in the back. And we can go ahead and wipe it down some more here. You want to be in a well ventilated area because this stuff does smell. It's not horrible, but you probably don't want to be breathing it in since it's made to break down gunpowder and fouling. If you want, you can even use this to brush some of it off. I have my brush somewhere. I forgot to get it, but that'll do the trick for now. Clean the feed ramp. A dirty feed ramp, that'll cause a lot of failure to feeds. So you want to keep that nice and gunk free. Wipe down everything back here. Wipe the hammer. Wipe the front of the barrel. Now we can attach this. Clean the inside of the barrel. And it doesn't really matter per se if you put it in the front or the back. It really depends on the firearm. Sometimes you can't necessarily fit it back there. If I slide that hammer back, I can get in a little bit more, but it really doesn't matter. It might as well come this way. You get a little bit more room for clearance. Basically just want to push that all the way through, see it come out the other end, and pull it back. And that cleans it really well. It's surprisingly well. Just do that a couple times, make sure everything's out of there. You don't need to do it too much. You can see in there that's pretty clean. We'll get the front a couple more times. See in there, it's nice and shiny. And I'm going to get some more right here. Like I said, I put a lot of rounds through here. It's really cheap to shoot. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty accurate. Clean the rails a little bit here. These side rails, or guidance rails, they get a lot of gunk on them too, just from going back and forth. And really that's all that you have to do with this here. We don't have to do a complete disassembly unless it's having any problems, or I put about 5,000 or 10,000 rounds through it. The barrel itself, or the slide rather, go ahead and wipe that down. Make sure there's no obstructions. Spray that in here. This is the powder, the break-free powder blast. Let it soak a little bit and then just wipe it down. You can see here are some whisper marks, and that's also from the ejection of the bullets. This thing has taken a beating. It's shot a lot of rounds through it, and it still performs really well. It's really important to make sure that you keep these clean, otherwise you're going to have a lot of misfeeds and a lot of errors firing it at the range, and that's not very fun, especially with something that you carry that you need to rely upon. If it's not clean and then you finally need it one day and it doesn't work, you're fucked. Make sure everything's nice and clean in there. You don't have to go too crazy with it. If you don't see it, don't worry about it. And that's pretty much it for that. Spray it down. You want to spray the rails wherever it's touching metal. You don't need a lot of this stuff. Get this side too. If you put too much of this stuff on, once that powder starts flying, it's just going to gunk it up even more. Because it's going to stay there. It's not going to dry out too much. Put a little bit more here. Good. We'll put some back through there for the trigger assembly. If you put too much of that, it will come through the front, so you can just wipe that off. You don't want too much of that. Put some on the spring for the hammer. Make sure the hammer is nice and clean. Continue to wipe that down. And now you're ready for reassembly. Actually, before that, you can spray a little bit on the barrel here because it will come in contact with the slide. Again, you do not need too much of that. Alright, now it's time to put the slide back onto the barrel. You want to make sure that this is still down. If it's popped up like that, even if it's not in all the way, like that's all the way. If it's up like that, or it's even touching just a little bit, you're not going to be able to get the barrel back on. So you want to make sure that that's down all the way, that you didn't inadvertently push that up. You want to feed the spring and the guide rod through the bottom hole, the barrel through the top hole, just like that. There's a little bit of gunk there. That will come right off. And then just slide it back. You want the barrel to be back, so the safety has to be off. And then that's it. Just slide it forward. Pop that back up, and you're good to go. We'll clean this. That must have come off the guide rod. And now you're all set. Decocked. The trigger's not going to go forward until the magazine's in there. One other thing I want to mention is clean up in there. You will get some gunk in there. You might as well do that while everything's stripped. Poke down in there. If you have that brush, it's like a little toothbrush, or you could even use a toothbrush for that matter. just stick it right in there and clean all that dirt off. But again, to reassemble, slide that back on like so. Make sure that the safety's off. Hammer's cocked. Bring that back. Push it forward. And now you're all set. And the reason why I did that, I forgot to push that back up. Now it's nice and smooth. There you go. Go ahead and rate the video, comment, subscribe. I'll have some more videos doing some different things with different guns. I'm going to bring out my AK-47, do a Kel-Tec Sub 2000, and send me some feedback. So subscribe to the videos. Tell me what you liked about this video, or how you clean your firearms, and what type of products you use. You don't have to use these. I just picked these up because they're cheap and they do work. They have pretty good reputation. The Real Avid cleaning kit works pretty well. It comes with the right tools that you need for smaller caliber firearms, and this snake is really cool. It's great, especially for rifles. Alright, go ahead and have fun with it.